A lot of companies want to keep track of the referrals that come either from vendors or some of their sales reps and just see who's bringing who to what event. We're gonna make this super easy with HubSpot's new form editor, validating the invite code property so that people just can't put in whatever and it goes through, and also reporting this directly on the event record. First, we're gonna actually make a property that asks, do you have an invitation code? And make that conditional in the form. So we'll do you have an invite code? And we'll make this a radio select, so yes or no, and we'll make this conditional so that it'll then show the event invitation code property in the form. We're gonna actually hit this up as a single line text, but we need to put some rules on it. So you'll wanna validate using custom rules, and we're gonna leverage Regex for this. So this is gonna be a simple expression that looks, whether it being uppercase or lowercase, the specific codes that you wanna use. So I just have vendor VIP and rep VIP here. Then you'll have your invalid value message where you could just say, hey, your code's invalid or code not accepted. And then you can do a little tooltip, which it lets you do. So I can then put in vendor VIP and everything is good. I can do camel case and it's all good. And if you put in that, it does not work. Now we have our two properties on the contact. We need to create the event invitation code on the registrant as well. This is where we're going to do our reporting. So on the registrant, we're going to create the event invitation code, single line text. Don't need any rules here because we're going to copy this directly from the contact upon registration. We'll do that via our new register creator workflow. I've created the edit record where we copy the event invitation code from the contact. So this is going to be the additional data. We need to click add data, pick the most recently associated contact, which is always going to be the same contact, and then grab that event invitation code from the contact. This is going to write this directly onto the registry. Now that we've got our two contact properties and our registrant property, let's create the form. You need to use HubSpot's new form editor. You cannot use the legacy form editor with regex validation. What we've done is we've added that do you have an invite code question, and we've added logic to it so that if you click yes, you have an invite code, then it will show the event invitation code so that people that don't have it don't have to worry about it. When you create your report, you want to create a single object report that's going to report on the registrant record. That is the magical record for Hapily. Now we're going to make sure we look at all data. We really don't need any of these since we're going to report directly on the invite code. So event invitation code, add that. We don't need email. You can always add email if you'd like. We're going to do our visualization and we want our invite code and the count of how many people have that. Save this. I'll name it invite code usage and we'll save that report. We're going to add it directly to a record. I'm going to add this under my overview tab. I'm going to customize the record, default view, and I'm going to add a card right up top. In order to do this, we're going to need to create a card that's a report. I'm going to choose my invite code usage and I want to filter by associations, invite codes for the name, and save it. Once that loads, you'll now see that I can look and see the quantity of codes used for each of my registrants. And that is how you will do it happen.